Hey folks, this is the maintenance guy here again with another informative video. Today we're going to discuss about suspension. Your car's suspension and steering systems are like the unsung heroes of a smooth and controlled ride. They work tirelessly behind the scenes, absorbing bumps, dips and potholes, while keeping your vehicle steady and responsive. Without them, every drive would feel like an off-road adventure and controlling your vehicle would be a constant struggle. Imagine driving down a bumpy road without suspension. Every bump would jolt you and your passengers, making for an uncomfortable and potentially dangerous ride. Now picture trying to navigate a corner without a responsive steering system. It would be nearly impossible to maintain control and avoid obstacles. That's why it's crucial to understand the importance of these systems and how to keep them in tip-top shape. Regular maintenance not only ensures a comfortable driving experience, but also plays a vital role in your safety and the longevity of your vehicle. In this comprehensive guide, we'll dive deep into the world of suspension and steering maintenance, providing you with the knowledge and tools to keep your car running smoothly for years to come. Let's do it! Maintaining your car's suspension and steering systems isn't just about a comfortable ride, it's about your safety and the safety of others on the road. Worn-out suspension components can significantly impact your vehicle's handling, braking, and overall stability. Imagine hitting a pothole with worn-out shock absorbers. The impact could send your car swerving, making it difficult to control. Similarly, worn ball joints can cause your wheel to detach from the suspension, leading to a complete loss of control. Beyond safety, neglecting your suspension and steering can lead to premature wear and tear on other vehicle components, costing you more in repairs down the line. Worn shocks, for instance, can accelerate tire wear, reduce fuel efficiency, and even damage other suspension parts. By staying on top of maintenance, you're not just ensuring a smooth ride, you're making a smart investment in your safety, your wallet, and the lifespan of your vehicle. Before we delve into inspection and maintenance, it's helpful to understand the key components that make up your car's suspension and steering systems. Shock absorbers, also known as struts, are hydraulic components that dampen the impact of bumps and dips, ensuring a smooth ride and keeping your tires in contact with the road. Springs work in tandem with shock absorbers, supporting the vehicle's weight and absorbing shocks from uneven surfaces. Ball joints are pivot points that connect the control arms to the steering knuckles, allowing the wheels to move up and down and turn smoothly. Tie rod ends are crucial components that connect the steering rack to the steering knuckles, translating steering wheel input into wheel movement. Steering fluid is a hydraulic fluid that transmits power to the steering system, making it easier to turn the wheels. The steering rack and pinion system converts the rotational motion of the steering wheel into the linear motion needed to turn the wheels. Control arms are hinged components that connect the wheels to the vehicle's frame, allowing for up and down movement while maintaining wheel alignment. Understanding the role of these components is essential for identifying potential problems and addressing them promptly. Your car often gives you warning signs when its suspension or steering system needs attention. Learning to recognize these signs can help you address issues before they escalate into major problems. Excessive bouncing after hitting a bump is a clear sign of worn-out shocks or struts. Noticeable dipping forward when braking, known as nosediving, or squatting in the rear when accelerating, can indicate worn shocks or springs. Uneven tire wear, particularly on the inside or outside edges, can signal alignment issues or worn suspension components. If your car pulls to one side while driving, even on a straight road, it could be due to alignment problems, tire pressure imbalances, or worn steering components. Vibration in the steering wheel, especially at higher speeds, often points to unbalanced tires, but it can also indicate worn suspension or steering parts. Strange noises like clunking, banging, or squeaking when driving over bumps or turning the steering wheel are telltale signs of worn suspension or steering components. If you experience any of these symptoms, it's crucial to have your vehicle inspected by a qualified mechanic as soon as possible. Section 5, DIY Inspection, a step-by-step guide to checking your suspension. While it's always best to have a professional mechanic inspect your suspension system, you can perform a basic visual inspection at home to identify potential problems. Here's how. First, park on a level surface. Find a flat, level surface to park your car. Engage the parking brake and turn off the engine. Next, check for visible damage. Inspect all visible suspension components, including shocks, struts, springs, control arms and ball joints. Look for signs of leaks, cracks, dents or excessive rust. Then, inspect the shocks and struts. Push down firmly on each corner of your car. If it bounces more than once or twice before settling, it's a sign of worn shocks or struts. After that, examine the springs. Look for signs of sagging, cracks or broken coils in the springs. Check for play in the ball joints. With the car safely supported on jack stands, grasp the tire at the 12 and 6 o'clock positions and try to move it in and out. Excessive play indicates worn ball joints. Finally, inspect the bushings. Bushings are rubber components that isolate noise and vibration. Check for cracks, tears or excessive movement in the bushings. Remember, this is just a visual inspection. If you suspect any problems, it's crucial to have your vehicle examined by a qualified mechanic. Section 6. Steering clear of trouble. Inspecting your steering system. Inspecting your steering system is crucial for maintaining control and ensuring a safe driving experience. Here's how to perform a basic inspection. First, check the power steering fluid. Locate the power steering fluid reservoir. Refer to your owner's manual and check the fluid level. The fluid should be clear and free of debris. Next, inspect the steering rack and pinion. Look for signs of leaks or damage to the steering rack boots, which are rubber coverings that protect the rack. Then examine the tie rod ends. With the car safely supported on jack stands, grasp the tie rod end and try to move it up and down or side to side. Excessive play indicates a worn tie rod end. Finally, check the steering wheel for play. With the engine running, turn the steering wheel slightly left and right. There should be minimal play before the wheels respond. Excessive play can indicate a problem with the steering gear or linkage. Remember, if you notice any issues during your inspection, it's best to consult a qualified mechanic for a thorough diagnosis and repair. Section 7. Time for a change replacing worn suspension components. Replacing worn suspension components is crucial for maintaining safe and optimal vehicle performance. Safety first. Work on a level surface with the parking brake engaged and wheels chocked. Use jack stands to support the vehicle securely. Remove the wheel, loosen the lug nuts and raise the vehicle to remove the wheel. Disconnect the sway bar link. Hold the bolt while loosening the nut. Disconnect the brake line and ABS sensor. Be cautious not to damage these components. Remove the top mounting nuts, usually located under the hood or in the trunk. Remove the strut or shock absorber. Carefully lower it from the vehicle. Installation is the reverse of removal. Tighten all bolts to the specified torque. Important note: have your alignment checked by a qualified mechanic after any suspension work. Section 8. Getting your steering back on track, replacing steering parts. Replacing worn steering components ensures responsive steering and safe vehicle handling. Here's a general overview of replacing common steering parts. Replacing tie rod ends. 1. Preparation. Park on a level surface, engage the parking brake and chock the rear wheels. Loosen the lug nuts on the wheel where you'll be replacing the tie rod end. 2. Lift the vehicle. Use a jack to raise the vehicle and support it securely with jack stands. 3. Remove the cotter pin and nut. Straighten the cotter pin securing the tie rod end to the steering knuckle and remove it. Then use a wrench to loosen and remove the nut. 4. Free the tie rod end. Use a tie rod end separator tool to separate the tie rod end from the steering knuckle. Installation. Screw the new tie rod end onto the inner tie rod, matching the number of exposed threads from the old one. Tighten the nut securely and install a new cotter pin. Important note: after replacing any steering component, have your wheel alignment checked and adjusted by a qualified mechanic. Section 9. Longevity tips. Extending the life of your suspension and steering. Extending the lifespan of your suspension and steering system involves a combination of proactive maintenance and mindful driving habits. Regular inspections. Schedule regular inspections with a qualified mechanic, especially if you frequently drive on rough roads or in harsh weather conditions. Proper tire pressure. Maintain correct tire pressure at all times. Underinflated or overinflated tires can cause uneven wear and stress on suspension components. Smooth driving, avoid potholes and speed bumps whenever possible. Drive at moderate speeds on rough roads to minimize impact on your suspension. Balanced load, avoid overloading your vehicle as excessive weight puts extra strain on suspension components. Quality parts. When replacing suspension or steering parts, opt for high-quality components from reputable brands. Alignment checks. Have your wheel alignment checked regularly, especially after hitting a pothole or curb. By following these tips, you can significantly extend the life of your suspension and steering system, saving yourself from costly repairs down the line. Section 10. Conclusion. A little maintenance goes a long way. Your car's suspension and steering systems are essential for a safe, comfortable, and controlled driving experience. Understanding the importance of regular maintenance and recognizing the early warning signs of problems can save you from costly repairs and potential hazards on the road. By following the inspection and maintenance tips outlined in this guide, you can keep your car running smoothly for years to come. Remember, a little maintenance goes a long way in ensuring your safety and the longevity of your vehicle. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others. See you next week.